Alright guys, welcome to the next video on Correct Me. Today I wanted to show you this press conference that Zelensky did while he was in Paris. It was really good, and I just wanted to break down a couple of the important parts. So we'll watch it together, okay, and we'll give you my commentary.
Doesn't look, he's a military guy, he doesn't look like military, and he doesn't have that experience. As far as I know, he knows very well how to sell and buy real estate. But that's somewhat different.
My question was...
So he's talking about Wickoff, right? I actually really like this. Zelensky's been like really tough on Wickoff, and because Wickoff's just spewing Russian talking points. If you guys watched the podcast with him and Tucker Carlson, the level of stupidity was amazing. You don't even need to know anything about Russia, Ukraine to listen to that conversation to be like, these guys are stupid.
That the Russians are putting conditions on all of this, and if they put conditions on all of this, how can you make progress?
Look, they put forward the conditions with regard to the sanctions to the Americans. If America is going to stand strong and be strong and not bend to the conditions of the Russians, we stand on our land. We're defending it now. And our resilience we've shown our resilience to everyone. And now it's very important that our partners would be resilient and strong, at least at the minimum as we are.
Will the Americans stay strong?
I hope so.
See, and now he's calling out America. You know, like, he's been getting tougher and tougher on this, but he has to. He signed a total ceasefire agreement 2 weeks ago, and the Americans keep coming back with more Russian talking points, more concessions. They're basically negotiating the capitulation of Ukraine and trying to, I don't know. I just don't even understand what they're trying to do. Like, and I don't understand how, you know, people, like, there's people in that group. Okay, Trump's an idiot. Okay, Wickoff should be probably fucking doing real estate instead of trying to negotiate peace deals. Like, why do we think Wickoff is the best person in the world for this job? I don't understand. And if you listen to him, he clearly doesn't understand. He doesn't understand when he's been fed Russian talking points, right? And it's got to be frustrating. So 2 weeks now, the Europeans, I'm going to do another video on it, just came out, said that they will be putting troops into Ukraine. And that's the kind of pressure you need. We're not going to drop sanctions, right? Like, they're not going to give up the $300 billion that they have of Russia. For what? For what? So that they can charge up their economy again? Right now, the Russians are, and I'll find a video, okay? But they're pulling in ammunition on donkeys, okay? They're on the back foot. The idea that they're a paper tiger or whatever. Like, they're getting their asses beat. That's why the North Koreans are helping them. Okay, that's why North Korea is now sending troops into Ukraine. Like, why would they need that if they were winning? If they why have they taken more losses than the Ukrainians? You know, and by the way, the Ukrainians are the ones that are for democracy, for human rights. You know, you can have problems with, you know, some stuff in Ukraine, but for the most part, they align most with us, right? They align most with, like, the free world, okay? So when I say the free world, I'm talking about, like, Europe, Canada, Australia. I mean, it used to be the United States, but not the United States now. Mexico, like, people that have free and fair elections and that... you know, just respect basic human rights, like due process and stuff like that.
Oh, I hope so. God bless, they will.
Let's talk about...
But we'll see.
Can I ask you about the reliability of the United States under Donald Trump as an ally.
We believe that the Americans will be our reliable partners,
Trump
which
is reliable.
they are today. He's unblocked the aid. I would like to believe that this is not a coincidence, but he did it because he understands the threats that we're facing.
And you gave him something. You gave him deals and you gave him concessions.
I did. What did we do? What did we give him?
You agreed to an unconditional ceasefire when you said that there had to be security guarantees. You agreed to talk about the minerals agreement.
The Russian propaganda worked there very well. And I showed through these steps that we are prepared for the ceasefire. But you will see that Putin is not ready.
On a personal level as a man. And also, how do you think...
Yeah, Putin is not ready. Like, Putin is clearly not ready. He's dragging his feet. And really, the Americans are doing his dirty work. So, I mean, any American that's watching this, or any American that's, like, you're doing their dirty work. And I think you guys know it. There's, you know what I mean? No other conclusion that can be drawn from that. Like, the idea that they're trying to stop the war is bullshit. Because, like he said, what's it called? The Americans stopped aid to Ukrainians. In the middle of a war, they took away intelligence. Like, why would you do that? You know, it definitely killed Ukrainian lives because of it. But this next question is really important.
I think the history books are going to look at you. Will you be the man who saved Ukraine, or will you be the man who tried to save Ukraine but couldn't?
I was born in Ukraine, I live in Ukraine, and I think I will live my life in my native country. This is my goal, to see my kids walking along the streets without hiding. But definitely, I'm younger than Putin, you see? My prospects, you can put your stakes on me. I have better stakes.
President Zelensky speaking there.
Like, and he just wants to be free. You know, actually, that wasn't the clip that I thought it was going to be. I got the wrong clip, but I'll get it later, where they ask him, like, you know, how the history books will write about you. And, you know, he says something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing here, but, like, I don't care how the history books write about me. I want my kids to be able to play in the streets without fear. And I think he said something like that there, but I thought there was a more decisive version of it. And he has said that Putin will die now. Which is a true statement. Putin will die. You know what I mean? Like all of us will, and he's quite a bit older. But I think that was a veiled threat. And I think Zelensky is kind of understanding and starting to, you know, realize that he's got good allies, and whatever they've been meeting about in Europe has been giving him confidence. And I'm glad to see it. I'm here for that, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember, like, subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. It lets me make more videos like this. And I'll see you guys on the next video.